The distress beacon had long since faded into static when Alexander finally accepted the truth. His crew wasn't coming back. They had left him on Keres 7, a death world classified as incompatible with human life, and taken the only shuttle capable of reaching orbit. Anna had been the one to suggest it during the emergency meeting. Not out of malice, Alexander knew that, but out of cold calculation. The ship's life support was failing, and they had oxygen for 6 people, not 7. Someone had to stay behind. The vote had been unanimous, even if Anna's eyes had glistened with unshed tears as she cast hers. "I'm sorry," she had whispered before the shuttle door sealed. They both knew it was a lie. Alexander stood on the ridge overlooking the crimson jungle, watching the last contrail of the shuttle disappear into Keres 7's violet sky. The planet's twin suns cast everything in shades of amber and blood. According to the surveys, he had maybe 3 days before the local fauna found him. The apex predator of this world, the razorback, as the initial survey team had named it, hunted in packs and could smell mammalian blood from kilometers away. 3 days to live, perhaps less. But Alexander was human, and humans had a peculiar talent for refusing to die. The first razorback found him on the second night. Alexander had fortified his position in a cave system, using salvaged equipment from the landing site to create basic defenses. He'd fashioned spears from metal debris and set up motion sensors with the few functioning tools he had left. When the creature appeared at the cave entrance, Alexander's breath caught in his throat. It was magnificent and terrifying in equal measure. Nearly 4 meters long, covered in segmented armor plates that gleamed like obsidian, with 6 powerful legs ending in retractable claws. Its head was all predator, a crown of horns surrounding intelligent golden eyes that fixed on him with unmistakable hunger. The initial survey hadn't done it justice. This wasn't just an animal. This was evolution's masterpiece. Alexander did something that would have seemed insane to anyone from the Galactic Coalition, the same coalition whose member species had abandoned him here. He didn't run. He didn't attack. He offered it food. The ration bar sailed through the air and landed near the creature's feet. The razorback sniffed it cautiously, then consumed it in one bite. For a long moment, creature and man regarded each other. Then the razorback turned and vanished into the jungle. It returned the next night, and the next. By the end of the first week, Alexander had named her Aria. By the end of the first month, she was bringing him prey, massive jungle creatures that provided more protein than his dwindling rations ever could. By the end of the 3rd month, Aria had brought her pack. Alexander discovered something the xenobiologists had missed. Razorbacks weren't just intelligent. They were social creatures who understood hierarchy, loyalty, and apparently reciprocity. They recognized that this strange, hairless creature offered them something unprecedented: consistent food, medical care when they were injured, and protection from the jungle's other dangers using his clever tools and fire. In return, they accepted him into their pack. 6 months after being abandoned, Alexander had done the impossible. He had survived Keres 7 not by conquering it, but by becoming part of it. He hunted with the Razorbacks, slept in their den, and learned their communication. A complex system of growls, body language, and what he swore was genuine emotional expression. The rescue ship arrived on the 8th month. Anna was the first one off the shuttle, scanning equipment in hand, expecting to find remains. Instead, she found Alexander sitting calmly on the same ridge where they'd left him, Aria's massive head resting in his lap while he scratched behind her horns. 6 other Razorbacks lounged nearby, watching the newcomers with lazy interest. Anna's voice cracked with disbelief. "You're—" Alexander stood, and Aria rose with him, a low rumble emanating from her chest. Not aggressive, but warning. "You should be. Your coalition friends classified this planet as a death world." The rescue team kept their distance, weapons raised. The Razorbacks responded by forming a protective semicircle around Alexander. Anna approached slowly, her scientific curiosity overriding her fear. Alexander interrupted. Mindless killers? That's what every species in the Coalition thinks about Earth's predators too, isn't it? He gestured to Arya and her pack. You left me here to die because you saw only a hostile world. I survived because I saw potential partners. That's always been humanity's gift, Anna. Anna stared at the Razorbacks, at their evident calm around Alexander, at the way they responded to his subtle gestures. Then bring them here. Let them study. Alexander's expression softened. I'm not angry anymore, Anna. You did what you thought you had to do. But maybe this proves something important. Humans don't fit neatly into the Coalition's survival models. He knelt and pressed his forehead against Arya's armored snout. The massive predator made a sound almost like a purr. Anna asked quietly. Alexander looked at his pack, at the jungle he'd learned to call home, at the planet that was supposed to kill him. Then he looked at Anna and the ship that represented a civilization that had given up on him. Eventually, he said. But first, I think the galaxy needs to understand something. Keres 7 isn't a death world. It's home. He smiled, scratching Arya's chin as her eyes closed contentedly. Anna watched in amazement as Alexander, abandoned, left for dead and written off as a casualty, stood surrounded by creatures that should have torn him apart. But that was humanity's true superpower, she realized. Not their technology or their stubbornness or their ability to endure. It was their uncanny ability to look at the universe's most fearsome predators and see not enemies, but friends waiting to be made. Even the Razorbacks of Keres 7 couldn't resist that particularly human kind of magic.